It's the Scotty Ray Report, reliable, fast, and true. Headlines, weather, local news, he brings it all to you. From the courthouse to the back roads, he don't miss a thing. Traffic, storms, communities, on top of everything. Bringing you the news you need at home or on your drive. Listen in, it's Scotty Ray time.
And good morning, I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, as we begin Thursday. And to say that I'm in shock is an understatement, as we learn that David Allan Coe has passed away. Yeah. Every roadhouse, steakhouse you go in does his song. It was all I could do. Keep from crying. Of course, You Never Call Me By My Name. Little did a lot of course, The Ride. He was dressed like 1950, half stoned and hollow-eyed. And it's the imaginary ride with Hank Williams of picking up him getting picked up by a hitchhiker. And it's a pretty cool song. But you may not know, Johnny Paycheck owes him a pat on the back. Of course, Paycheck falling under one of those outlaws as well. Take this job and shove it. Oh. David Allan Coe wrote it.
Okay, all right.
And Would You Lay With Me in a Field of Stone, if you remember that. Tanya Tucker did one of those. Mona Lisa Lost Her Smile. And there's countless other songs that, well, I can't say that he wrote.
Yeah, he had that side of him, too.
Yeah, another album that you're like, say, what, David?
Yeah. Who sung this?
He was the outlaw.
Oh, man.
But definitely an icon. 86 years old. And he was scary. You would not want to meet David Allan Coe in an alley in the last 15 years. I'm not sure he washed that hair in the last 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't recognize him half the time. He was a woolly book.
Yeah, that's to say it. Lived in a hearse outside of the Grand Ole Opry when he came to town. Bought a hearse, wrote his name on the side so everybody would recognize him.
It's the only way you could recognize him.
But, I made mention of the outlaw movement. Him and Willie in country, I just can't think of anybody else that's still alive that would be considered that.
So I see
Waylon's gone.
This time you threw in country.
Yeah. Keith Richards does not qualify as a country outlaw.
No, but he's old.
Back up now. I didn't mention Hank Jr. Hank Jr. Is in that as well because he did it his way as well.
Well, true.
But Hank is 75, y'all.
Yeah, that's going to be a sad day.
Oh, boy, it'll be... And none of the kids have told the line that are Hank Jr.'s kids. Hank the third is different. And he's got a couple of sons that on the other side that it hadn't caught on. Holly, one of his daughters, sings, but it has never garnered any national attention there. But big shoes to fill there in that family.
Yeah. Especially if they're going to get any of the money, because, his wife's going to be around for a lot longer.
Which one?
Yeah, the one that's 20.
Well, one of his... How long ago was that? She'd gone to Miami and had some plastic surgery and died from it, and he's just remarried again.
Yeah, this new one's
she's young.
20-something years?
I don't even know her age, but I know he did get married again. Hank ain't going to be alone.
No.
All my rowdy friends are coming over tonight.
Both of them. Susan, good morning. Always spending the time with us at Stumpy Point, North Carolina. Hope y'all are good weather-wise. I think we're going to be okay. We're just going to get wet next couple days.
Now, Friday's going to be our big one to get wet. Already saying be prepared as we get that rainy stuff coming in. And we did bring up again that there is not going to be a full moon on 5th this time. It's sounding like it's going to be moved to the fall. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, and this rain is spread out. It's not all within 1 hour's time. So we are not expecting another yesterday.
Yeah.
There's going to be some time in between this start and stop on this rainstorm.
Now I got David Allan Coe. You remember Waylon, Willie, and Me?
Wow, Charles. Now, Willie is 93. Yeah, I do remember that. But when you said 93, Charles, I was like, he is 93.
I think they're just going to haul him around forever. He's still performing somewhere with that hole in the guitar that'll probably end up in the Smithsonian.
I mean, where else would you put it? Unless you got a Jimmy Rogers museum that keeps his guitar, you're going to have a Willie Nelson museum.
Country Music Hall of Fame may get it, but Willie is almost really bigger than that, of Smithsonian type style, because everybody knows him because he was there with George Washington.
Yeah, I mean, he sang at his inauguration, didn't he?
I think he did.
He was the first one to do music at inauguration.
Wow.
Oh, man, 93.
All of the legends, I guess you could call it, are just slowly passing away. And I have not seen anything that fills the shoes. You know, you get past that Allan Jackson era, and I just don't see a name that I look up to that goes, that's the guy.
You got Top. You like Top.
Right, but he's not a star yet. He's
getting there, but you like his sound.
Right, but he's had that one. He hadn't had anything that I like him a lot, but he ain't there yet. Oh yeah, the date. We'll check.
Daniel's done drank his Coca-Cola in the morning and got going.
Yeah, that was early when we put the date on that. We'll try to fix that. Let's see if I can do that now.
Yeah, if you don't like coffee, a lot of people don't, but if you start your day with a nice cold Coca-Cola, boy, you talking about something that'll satisfy you. You get to your old belly, you can feel it just going down your throat, make you feel good, make you wake up, get your day started.
I have always been told that if you feel sick, drink a Coke, it'll make you feel better. I was taught that from a kid.
Yeah. I
use the hard stuff. I go straight
to Coca-Cola hard. You go straight to the liquor.
Without ice.
Without ice.
There ain't nothing like it chilled, man. That cold bottle,
yeah.
I'm all about it. Yep. Coming up, we'll find out what's going on at Pine Forest, what's going on. We got a special guest coming up this morning. We'll find out what's going on for kids and how you can be a part of it.
Pine Lake Fellowship Camp.
Yes, sir.
I tell you, just a beautiful place.
Let's see what else we got there. Charles,
who's going to fill those shoes? Now that song is really coming out for, Willie. I mean, who is left to fill all these shoes? Of course, when he sang it, everybody was still alive.
Hang on. Okay, who did you just sing that song?
Oh, was it, who was it? Was it Waylon? Here we go. This is that country stuff.
This is therapy.
Hey, it's one of them.
No, come on now. You can do better than that.
All right,
the man was a legend.
Well, there's a few of them. All right, was it Waylon?
No.
All right, was it? Rode the Lawnmower, wasn't it?
Yep, that's Possum.
Possum. Yeah.
That's it, George Jones.
Yeah, then it hit me. Wait a minute. Yeah, no.
Who's gonna feel it? And that video, I don't care. That was really timeless. The way they made that of him pulling up to the gas station and George on the bus in there. And if you've ever watched that, that was a home run. Timeless is the way I'll put it. Chad up and Adam. Chad's so happy just that his driveway isn't leaking. He's been doing the moonwalk out there in front of MHS. We'll be right back as we get your day underway. Those LS tractors are rolling in to Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 in Cicalina. Keith and the gang will have a LS tractor that fits your needs, from a professional end of it, or maybe it's just deer plots that you need a tractor for. Starting at a 26 horsepower, 40 horsepower, or even larger. Don't forget to ask about that 0% financing as well. Parts, a new tractor, or a tall tale. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494 in Collinsville. Call them at 626-8759. That's Freeman Tractor. Rockhouse Gun and Pound, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun and Pawn. The Scotty Ray Report studio is sponsored by Environment Masters, providing hassle-free heating and cooling, plumbing, and electrical services since 1957, and now serving Meridian homeowners.
On a hot day chasing crime in Meridian, to make a man thirsty, there's no better way than an ice-cold Coca-Cola to quench your thirst.
Or an ice-cold Diet Coke if you prefer that flavor.
No matter where you're at, stop by a local store and support that store and Meridian Coca-Cola. They're supporting us every day.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, and just for the sake of things, let me show you a picture of when things were normal. Let's go to Daily Mail This is David Allan back in the 70s when things were kind of going his way.
For him, we'll call that clean cut.
That was. And then here's David a little later on there.
Yeah, he's getting there.
He looked more like Bob Marley than he did
David Allan.
David Allan. Y'all just somewhere it went whoop.
Well, it's
Mona
like,
Lisa lost her smile.
So, Cheech and Chong were doing an interview, and
He was inspired by David Allan.
Yeah, and they asked Chong said, "Why did y'all quit making Cheech and Chong movies?" And he looked over at Cheech, and she said, "Do you know how hard it is to make a rich Mexican work?" And he said, "He's not going to work." Well, that's kind of like David Allan Coe.
David Allan Coe
He
was.
had so much money that he didn't care what he looked like.
I didn't know David. I thought he had burned it all on the
And he
15
might
ex-wives,
after a while,
and
but he still he had his. He didn't care.
he was right. You know, if you'll remember Tanya Tucker, "Would You Lay With Me in a Field of Stone?" Do y'all remember that?
I remember that song. I had no idea he wrote it.
And you were bringing up Johnny Cash. Of course, that goes back to the outlaw movement.
Yeah, Johnny Cash. I don't know a lot of the artists you're talking about, but Johnny Cash is one of the best. Working on his biography now, and If You Lay With Me, he covered that one. That's probably the first time I heard that one too. But a lot of his covers I've listened to, and originals.
Johnny was one of those that showed up on the scene, and it kind of like Waylon. Well, this is the way we do it. And, no, I don't think I'm going to do it your way.
Yeah.
And he picked it up. And he might have had a little affair on the side there. He may have been married when he bumped into June.
Well, if he was country music, isn't that a
He
requirement?
might have got arrested trying to get back into the country. But, you know, Johnny Cash also at the same breath. Now, Johnny done all of this stuff where I did mention there where he gets arrested coming back with pills. He done some bad things. And then one day he wakes up and realizes, hey, there's a guy named Jesus. Mm-hmm. And Johnny starts trying to fix everything they've done wrong. He spent his own money producing a movie about Jesus. It was near and dear to him, and he spent the rest of his life hanging out with Billy Graham, trying to make things life and save folks.
Couldn't you imagine if he had a place like Pine Lake?
Tell us more. What do y'all got going on?
Yeah, so Pine Lake, we have our summer camp programs for youth and children. Day camps and overnight camps here running in the month of June. So it's a great place for kids to just be kids in the social pressures that we have right now with state testing happening this week. Kids are being asked to perform and do really well on their tests or make this baseball team or make this football team. I think we need places for kids just to be kids.
Yes.
And I think camp, particularly Pine Lake, is one of those places where you don't have to perform just to be here. You just show up and be a kid. Put down that device, right? So
I was going to ask you that. Do we have a little bit of time they can use it, but for the most part, no devices, or are y'all device free?
Device free. Device free. So get rid of that blue light and get into the campfire light too. So, so it's an analog environment. You know, I grew up without having a phone around me too. I know y'all did as well, but sometimes they become our crutch and they occupy time, and we lose the ability to have conversations and talk to people face to face. So that's the great thing about camp is you're removing distractions and you're getting back to the core of relationships, talking to each other, spending time out in nature, and of course the spiritual element of it is growing and developing a relationship with Jesus Christ.
You know, that's a huge thing. If we can get our kids to go on that righteous path from a very young age and continue to lead them down this path, that when they become an adult, they've already got a solid relationship with God. And a huge start in life. If you've got God as your pilot and you're just a co-pilot, you've got a head start over everybody else. And these programs here, you know, I remember as a youth going to Pine Lake Camp. You know, big part of growing up during the summer.
Yeah, it just becomes a second home for a lot of people too. So this is our 60th year of ministry, and so that's many generations of people that have connected, started their relationship with Christ here, and many people still come back for different events. We've got a quilting event going on right now too that's going to raise money for summer camp in the fall, one of our big fundraisers. But there's no better thing than to give your kid a chance well, not to give them a chance, but to give them the opportunity to grow and have some independence. There's not parents hovering over your shoulders and telling you how to do stuff. We have great counselors that we're hiring this summer that are going to be positive role models, encouraging them to do things, positive risk taking. Sometimes a simple thing like showing up to the zip line and thinking, well, I can't do that. And that positive role model who's looking at him saying, you know what, I believe in you and you can. And just having somebody like that encourage you makes all the difference in the world. If we think about the people in our life when we were little, or now too, the people we still look up to, them just saying one positive thing, how much that can change your day, your week, and extrapolate that over many years.
So when does camp begin? What all we got?
Yeah, good question. So we've had 2 programs that we run. We run a couple sessions of overnight camp, and then we have 3 weeks of day camp, and these all run in the month of June. So our first camp is a 3-day, 2-night overnight camp, June 4th through the 6th, and then we'll run some week-long overnight camps from there. And then we also have day camp that runs simultaneously beside those. 2 different things. So if you don't think your kid's ready for overnight camp, day camp's a great opportunity right there.
Come pick them up, and that would be.
And Mom and Daddy, you can take these kids and let them learn about Jesus, and you can have a vacation. Not a bad little trade.
Yeah.
You know, hey.
Yeah.
I'm ready, kids. You can do that, right?
I would.
Yeah, and an interesting thing too, right? So if you're at camp for a week, you know, compare that to every Sunday morning at Sunday school. You can do about 2 years worth of Sunday school in a week at summer camp.
Let me ask this: if you don't have kids and you want to make a donation so a child could attend, can that be done also?
Yeah, absolutely. PineLakeCamp.com is our website. Just donate to the scholarship fund. We keep our prices down. We operate a lot on faith too, so we keep our registration prices as low as we can to make it accessible. And for parents and grandparents who do not have the funds, we have a scholarship fund as well too, where they can apply to receive some more subsidized funds too. So we don't want finances to be a hindrance for people to come to camp. So give kids the opportunity to be there.
Do they need to apply for the scholarship ahead of time so you'll know how many kids you're needing to help find financing for?
So the only thing required is to register for camp is a $60 deposit. We ask that people register first, then apply. If for whatever reason a scholarship is denied, that deposit is refunded in that situation. But yeah, PineLakeCamp.com is the place to go to register. You can do it online. You can print out a form and mail it in. You can come to our office and we'll help you out and sign you up right there on site. But those are the great things.
Coming to the office, I mean, it's very easy, but how do people find you that don't know where Pine Lake Camp is?
Yeah, so we're 5 minutes from the Highway 19 Walmart. Or 3 minutes from the back porch, right around there too. So we're just in the Nellyburg community off of Woods Road. We're kind of between Midway Baptist Church and West Mount Moriah Baptist Church on Woods Road. So not too far from the center of the city of Meridian. Very accessible to everybody in Lauderdale County. And we'll have a lot of churches coming from Clark County and kids coming from Noxubee County. We have people coming to camp from 3 to 4 hours away too in this radius. So it's a gym here in Lauderdale County.
Certainly. We got more coming up with Matt as we'll learn more about this and how you can help out with that as well. Also, right around the corner, we'll tell you about some boo-boos that we had throughout the county yesterday. We had several boo-boos. Street sweat, you're going to have a boo-boo. We'll be right back with more details on that.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Everything starts with a great grill, cookware, and accessories. Add in locally sourced meat and dairy, frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, and daybeds and have fun with our cornhole boards. From animal print coolers to authentic Louis Vuitton purses, we have what you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Welcome to Parker's Wholesale, located on I-59 South at Exit 80. Easy to find. Huge building. They're loaded up with toys, all your seasonal items. It's clean, it's neat, it's easy to shop. They got gloves, they got bolts of material for the people that want to redo stuff. They got plumbing, electrical, hunting items, fishing items, everything for all your needs. Go by and see them, Parker's Wholesale.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Welcome back. Late yesterday afternoon, right in front of Why Not Motor Sports Park, there was a boo-boo. A tree went, hit the road, and we had somebody come along that couldn't stop in time and bump the tree.
That's why when we have these bad storms and emergency personnel's out working, that's one reason we ask you, don't get out because it's not safe, because these trees will fall right in front of you.
While that was going on, yet another incident happened right down the road at Jeff Davis School Road. And this would be out in the southeast community. As we go here, look at this. This is what they will call with injuries.
Oh, man.
Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department. And they actually had to cut this person out of the car. It was entrapment. Believe it or not, after they were cut out, they were able to walk away from that. Look at that tree.
And I tell you, the jaws of life that we use, they are...
the new ones are out.
They are great. Now that was just the one was $11,000.
Yeah.
And Billy Adam Calvert, Jeff Tate, and Steve Horn helped us get that for our fire departments. But $11,000 for a piece of equipment that you don't ever want to use, but when you do, you got to have it.
If you can't get out, that's the most important tool that there has ever been. It's kind of like the Bionic Man. If you've never watched this thing work, it grabs something and just twists it like that and pulls something you'd never be able to get a look. I'm amazed every time I watch it used.
Yeah, and it's dangerous. You've got to know how to use these because they are dangerous. But yeah, you can get in anything you want to get in.
Yes, sir, Bob, and it does a fantastic job. So thanks for everybody that came out on that. Again, miracle. For that happening that way and being able to walk away from that incident without anything. Here's another one. Let's go over to Beulah Hubbard, and I want you to look at this. Newton County, we're busy yesterday. I would say a tree has caused that situation, knocked the boots right off his feet.
I was going to say, I don't know about knocking the socks off, but it sure got the boots.
As his sister was commenting on that, said he's doing fine, was transported to be checked out, but he's doing fine also. And again, we sometimes just don't realize how blessed you are until something like this comes about and happens. And an accident can happen so quick when it's raining, and there's just no way to control a vehicle when it loses its path. And thankfully with this, no one was coming because, you're all over the road, it's sliding, and it went into a tree line there. So we're very, very happy that everybody ended up okay on that.
And that is awesome.
So let's talk about the next incident that occurred yesterday. There was reports of a bus accident near Lauderdale yesterday afternoon. Didn't get much information in the beginning, and then the more we would find out, we did get a statement. I'm being told a couple of things, and it is still under investigation. Now, it boils down to this. A school bus, I think, ran off the road, came back on, ran into the other ditch, come back on, something like that. That may not be exactly, but it's semi-close to what went on with that. And then the kids were dropped off, and then kids said, "Hey, I don't feel good, Mama." So authorities were called. Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department arrived. Then would come Metro Ambulance, and I think you went, and several other agencies. And as we see, the volunteer fire department on scene there. Now, we did get a statement. This was my original post here. Authorities are investigating a possible accident involving a Lauderdale County school bus and the 5800 block of York Road. Early reports, minor injuries. And I think there were some minor injuries, nothing just major life-threatening, anything like that. Now, this is the statement we would get from the Lauderdale County School District. Lauderdale County District responds to bus incident. The Lauderdale County School District is aware of an incident involving a Northeast school bus that left the roadway today. At this time, students and staff are being evaluated by emergency personnel and appropriate care being provided. District administrators are actively working alongside local law enforcement and emergency responders as they address the situation. The district in the direct communication with these families of those involved and will continue to provide updates as information becomes available. Ensuring the safety is the well-being of our students and staff remains our top priority, and gives the names that you can call if you'd like to ask more questions with that. But again, there is minor injuries. Any parent would be terrified. We understand that. And as we get more information, is there charges on this? What caused? We'll hope to find that out a little bit later on.
Very minor injuries, which
Yes.
is good.
Thank goodness.
Great to get checked out. I will say, as soon as I got the call, I called Russell, and Russell says, we are aware, we are en route, and everybody with the school district was right there working together. So kudos for y'all at the Lauderdale County School District. They were on top of it as well. So everybody's safe. That's the wonderful thing. So everybody's going to be good.
But it is, when you hear that word school
It's
bus,
scary.
it's whew.
It kind of gets you. You don't know what you're getting into.
That's correct. So as we get more information on it, we'll pass that along. We brought up the tree in the road thing. Even an interstate, it falls victim to this also. I-20 got it yesterday as traffic, as you'll see here through the windshield. And in the end, it got finally moved there. But I've got several pictures of where this thing blocked the road. There was no way around it, and you just kind of had to sit there till everybody got it cleaned up. Here's another view of this. She's rolling around the bend. And
MDOT spends some money, and yes, they do sell the trees and get something back, but it still costs a lot. But you've seen them on the side of the interstates, widening the interstates, and that's one of the main reasons is 59 South is a huge corridor to get out of the southern way of a tornado or a hurricane.
Yeah.
And so with that amount of traffic, they want to, hey, is there any way we can refrain from having trees block the road? So they try and clean up any trees within road distance.
wouldn't bother me if the whole state was done that way.
And it needs to be, and one day they'll, I guess, work towards it. I guess county roads you couldn't do it, but they
because you see it like I do. Anybody that runs off the road, there's a pine tree waiting on you over there.
You got that right. Well, I mean, look at our famous Dead Man's Curve there on 59. MDOT went and fixed that, and
boy, that thing is whatever they put there.
That was Elmer's.
We need to bring some Elmer up here to Highway 493 at the church and sell it because we have more wrecks there than. And let's just go ahead and talk about Newton, Mississippi. Mile marker 105 from 100 to 106.
Yeah,
we need something done through there.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their little issue, problem child road. And
yeah, we got 4 of them over here.
Yeah. And we have no explanation for straightaways like mile marker 160 through 167.
I believe there was some type of spiritual intervention.
Somebody done something wrong out there.
Yeah, boy. Because you're right. We have more wrecks on straightaways out there than we do in the curve.
Yeah, and you can't explain it. Well, why'd you put that big U-Haul up in that tree over there? It was straight.
I don't know what happened.
And that's normally what you get.
Yeah.
Never any of those stories of, well, Joe gave me that dime to buy this cup of coffee. There's not a ghost. I've never heard that anyway.
No.
You know that song, don't you?
I've heard it a time or two.
Yeah, ain't nothing quite like it there.
Yeah.
So that's what we've got going on there. And yet again, let's go to Highway 11. I talked to Sheriff Anthony Chancellor yesterday. He was sending deputies to assist with Lauderdale County because it was right there at the line. Whose tree is it? That's what they were playing. And there we go.
It's not mine. Yeah, it is.
And as they work to clean this up, let me zoom in on this. And people sat there probably 30, 40 minutes. I don't know if you can tell by that particular picture, but look at this, how big that tree was.
That is a big old tree. Yeah, that's why nobody wanted to claim it. They had to cut it.
Yeah, that took a little time to get rid of that.
That took some power lines down.
Look at LaWanda knowing who I was talking about that. Red Savai. Boy, she was on that. He did.
Got it.
He had so many of those little good talking songs that love seeing that. I want you to look at this. Talk about hands. Look how big that is.
Wow.
She's smiling, and you can tell by the grit in them teeth. Would you hurry up and take this picture? It's cold.
Is that the?
That's got to be the hail from the other night.
No, I was looking at. Is that Bucky from the store? Or is that just a beaver?
No,
that's
that
Bucky.
is Bucky Beaver.
That's Bucky.
Yeah.
She's been to Bucky's.
Yeah. I mean, you can go to that convenience store and find
3 weeks.
Food, drinks, gas. I think they even got Jesus in there.
The only thing they ain't got is a laundromat and a bar.
Sure.
That's coming.
What was that? Confederate Railroad Bill's Honky Tonk Bar, and it had everything in it that listed.
You can get. I mean, there's some good pulled pork sandwiches in there. Oh, brisket.
Brisket on the board.
Man, yeah.
Do you stop?
Yeah, I do.
It's a novelty if you've never looked at over 100 gas pumps at every one of these things.
Yeah, they sell everything from wheelbarrows to Coca-Cola to candy.
Can you imagine
By the
here
pound?
as you're waiting to get gas and they're going to pay cash? Because the gas pump thing is really a credit card turned into a credit card thing already.
Yeah.
But having to wait 100 pumps deep for somebody to go in and pay for it and then forget where they parked the car.
Oh my goodness.
What pump was it? 990?
I don't know. Let me go back. I'll be back in a minute. Everybody's counters.
I'll get out there and wave at you.
But gas has really turned into almost a cashless, because it's so busy at gas pumps, ATM thing type.
Yeah.
Debit card. That's what I was trying to think of.
They don't accept truckers. They don't have enough room.
You're right.
They've got travel trailers and campers and then your automobiles, but there's enough truck stops for them to stop that this is strictly for cars and RVs, and they don't have room for anything.
And they're taking up a lot of space just with what acres that they take up for those cars, because they got 100 pumps at those locations, like you said.
It's almost like a own zip code at that joint.
Well, you've also got your Tesla charging station and all these other ones, and then of course they can walk in by the time you finish eating, getting candy, going to the bathroom, getting a drink. You spent 4 hours and your car's full.
Now, we got Rodney said, you heard anything about Bucky's looking to a location here? It was a rumor one time. That rumor is gone with the wind, as they say. Yeah.
They are in South Mississippi, but look, we've got the traffic coming through, but we just don't. I don't think we have the draw for a Bucky's. Maybe you remember Jitney Jr.? Little convenience store?
Yeah, what's that got to do with this? I can't wait for this explanation.
Maybe they get a Bucky's Jr. and we could get one of them.
Bucky's Jr. would be good. Hey, as long as it's got clean bathrooms. That's why we stop places, because it's got clean bathrooms.
You can do Hot Brothers Pizza instead of pulled pork sandwich.
But what brings people to your location? Number one, clean. Is your parking lot? Do you have 25 people sitting out front not buying anything up against the wall with a paper sack? Ain't nobody stopping there.
Nope.
We're just giving you little hints.
Hey, if y'all go out and find, now that was my idea, now Bucky Jr., Baby Beaver, something like that. I think that would go good.
I'm not commenting. We'll be right back.
Bring on long days, sweltering heat, and acres that just won't end. Exmark mowers were born to deliver legendary reliability, signature cut quality, and stubborn durability that refuses to give in. Because like you, Exmark mowers were built for this. Visit your local dealer or explore an Exmark online for special finance offers available now.
When your windshield cracks, you need someone you can trust. At Advanced Auto Glass by Joey, experience matters. We handle everything from rock chips to full replacements, even power window repair, servicing all vehicle types. Let us keep you safe and back on the road. We are local, proud to serve you with honest, reliable service. Call us today at 601-286-3405. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey, certified, trusted, local.
Hi folks, Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and we're not sure if Odie's dad was there when this all started in 1904, but I think he had something to do with it.
Yeah, but now that's soft serve and a good ice cream. But I tell you,
Odie, it got the best of me the other night. I'd come to town for an accident, and I'd been over there doing it. And I thought, man, a Dairy Queen ice cream cone would be good. And they're so nice to me over there. I can't say thank you enough. And that was the best. That is it when it comes to ice cream.
I don't know about now, so I can't say.
That was good.
But I'm going to go on a limb that they didn't change a whole lot.
No.
It was 94% fat free. It's not ice cream. It's iced milk. Here we go on to that salesman part of that. But, around the cone, if you'll look around the top of the cone, there's these little bitty holes all the way around it, and those are called catch cups. And as your cone melts, that's where you're not supposed to cover them up. But Daddy Boy, he was a sticker. You had to make, it was an art to make an ice cream cone with a whirly do.
But you're right, it has the holes. It's like little breather things right around
that's
there.
what catches, as it melts and goes down, that's what catches the ice cream. And then it
So do you do the large or the medium? How big do you go with an ice cream cone?
Right now, I'm on a blizzard kick.
Well, but I can't go the large because it'll melt before I can't eat that fast.
Yeah.
Medium as big as I go, and I know that sounds why you talking about that, but I don't like to get the ice cream run down my arm.
So I ain't got enough napkins. Yeah.
Do they still make Butterfinger blizzards?
Oh, when I go now.
Ain't that good?
Oh man!
Now I want to skip a biscuit and go get a Butterfinger. What's your favorite?
It'll get caught in your teeth though. That Butterfinger gets stuck. You got to have a toothpick in your So you got a toothpick in your pocket. You prepared.
Always
prepared
that Boy Scout in him, y'all.
That's it. Well, everybody can get one. You go down there to the truck stop. You can't help it, but you carry around your little Magnolia restaurant toothpick holder, and there you go.
I have to say I don't carry that around. I got a lot of things in my pocket, but that ain't one of them.
Be prepared.
Always ready for a blizzard.
Always ready for something to eat.
Y'all remember this guy?
Oh, Grandpa.
Al Lewis there from the Munsters was born in 1920. That's been a long time ago.
He drove that casket around.
Yes, he did. He did. We go back north to Alaska. We go back for Johnny Horton was born on the day. Of course, he had so many patriotic songs. The Battle of New Orleans, the Bismarck. The list goes on. Old Slewfoot. Good stuff there. Let's see what else we had happen today. You remember this guy from Rocky?
Yeah. He got
Burt Young.
Got rich and got his own robot.
Does he?
No, do you remember in Rocky 3, he got him that robot or something?
So I've seen all these stories this week where these robots that they've been running in races, and I thought he'd bought one of them is what you were talking about.
Ready, set, go.
Well, they've got them now where they're doing laundry. Have you seen it? It's going to be, y'all mark my word, where everybody's got one in their house doing laundry. It's going to do away with cleaning services. Y'all look out. You better go and plug something.
I saw one on a bucket truck that went up and hooked two electrical wires together.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that one.
And I said, that's not going to be good.
Don't want to short him out there too.
Exactly. We'll just replace
Robot's done.
Change the fuse.
In 1957, the Colonel was getting a Nanner peanut butter sandwich made, so Elvis would go in and go ahead and record this song later today. It was Jailhouse Rock recorded today in 57. And of course, the rest is history after that. This is one of my favorite songs, and Tom T. Hall was the storyteller in country music that come up with this. He had so many great ones there. The Ballad of $40, and boy, she ended up being a week in a county jail, and she was still ugly, but he thought he'd take her with her at the end. Things get to looking better after you've been alone for a while. But Bobby Baird recorded one of Tom T's today. That's how I got to Memphis, if you remember that. Big song. I see no one else in the room is as excited about that as me, so we'll keep going.
Oh,
you remember her?
Elzarelda, wasn't it?
She passed away in 74.
Endora.
Yeah, Endora.
Yeah.
That was her name.
Yeah.
You'd have to sneak up on her with a light switch. I'm telling you, that was poof.
She was tough, wasn't she?
Nobody in the South watched this that I'm aware of because they just weren't cool.
You didn't have one of them wool jackets like that?
And nobody runs around with a 73 Torino with a white stripe on it. You'll see the General Lee, but you ain't gonna see this. We got some of them out in California that do that, but it's not real popular here to have that.
A wool jacket and a toboggan.
Yeah. Just whoever invented that just wasn't cool.
Yeah.
Had to be the same producer that done Cagney and Lacey. Wow.
I'll go for that. Yeah, that was terrible too.
Sure didn't have anything on Clint Eastwood.
Stephanie says Rosie from the Jetsons coming true.
It is.
Because she's, went around the house cleaning everything up. Yeah.
And that is going to motels, all of this to where they can't get labor to help in hotels. That's coming, y'all. Get lazy.
Yeah. You're going to go to the grocery store and buy something the size of that peppermint, and you'll keep it in the cupboard, and you'll stick it into that microwave looking thing, and then boom, out pops this full-size turkey.
And with business, more and more I'm seeing this to where the drone thing is working and delivering products to houses. Now, on the rural route, they hadn't invented the battery that'll make it and the rednecks that go, whoo, let's shoot that.
Yeah.
But they're working on that.
It's built into the loss.
They're trying to figure out how to make it through Memphis without one getting injured.
And throw this out there, PSA, you don't want to do that because anything that gets that high up off the ground is in airspace. And then that automatically becomes federal, and that is an airplane. And you do not want to get arrested for shooting down an airplane.
Nope.
Yes, that's bad stuff. It's not just shooting a drone, it's shooting an aircraft.
That could get ugly for someone.
Yeah.
And despite arguments, you don't own the air above your house. That's
you don't. You get that high off the grass, and you don't own it.
That's what we're getting at.
Yeah.
It'll be you can't take a picture. Oh, yes, can.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. Like that fella says. I'm on the sidewalk. I can record anybody coming in and out of your business.
Absolutely. And I had someone trying to get ugly with me a couple of weeks ago. There was an accident that I went to. I can take a picture from the road. And that's the way it is. And I'm not there to embarrass you. It's there to show two things. There's an accident, a place to avoid, and to show that what the community does to help others. That's what that whole thing is. It's about safety. And every now and then you get somebody that wants to get ugly, but I can, and I'll continue to do what I do.
Well, there's a third thing in there.
What is that?
And every single person out there does this. Let one siren go by your house or your place of work. I wonder where they're going.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just human curiosity.
It's just curiosity of what's going on. And then you throw in, hey, avoid this area because it's safety. And, hey, look at what our community, our volunteer firemen's doing, our career fire department's doing, our law enforcement. So, it shows what goes on in our community.
And every now and then, like Smokey and the Bandit, when that pink motorhome was pulled over and he said, I'm here to apprehend the bandit, you want to know who's apprehended. No, sir. You've got my captain.
Yeah.
Remember this guy? He started out on Roseanne and would move right along into the Big Bang Theory and make big bucks.
I liked him in the Big Bang Theory. Of course, I was not real big on Roseanne.
No, I didn't watch. You know what I watched? I read an article, and this is Friends. Y'all remember?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what each cast member averages a year off of reruns? Just
this shit, like now?
Now.
I don't know, 100,000.
Odie, what year are you living in?
You ready? Hold on to your boots. I didn't watch Friends.
You should. It's funny. I didn't watch all. It was live. I watched 3. But I'm just to shock y'all. You know, they were making in the beginning $30,000 a person.
Yeah.
Then it went to they made $1 million per episode.
Yeah.
Rerun.
Huh?
Each person made $1 million. That was the contract.
Well, no wonder they're not doing anything else.
Would you know why they're not having to do anything? Residuals from reruns is averaging $20 million a year per cast member.
$20 million.
$20 million. You ought to watch it. It's kind of funny.
Well, how about you just come up with a TV show and we play in it?
Yeah, well, let's do it. The show about nothing. There ain't no telling what Jerry Seinfeld makes a year.
Oh, my goodness.
The show about nothing.
You know, that's why Kramer doesn't do anything else. And I ain't got to.
That boy he was the funniest thing.
Some other things going on with him, I think.
Yeah.
Character is not too far from his.
He's got issues.
Michael Richards, I think, is his name.
Yeah,
that's right.
it is.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
And I learned. We were sitting there, and I just didn't keep up with him. But we were sitting at the kitchen table one night. Dylan Ray came through, and he was telling me some of his issues. I said, "Do what?" I had no idea he'd gotten in so much controversy after that show. What else has happened today? Reba, 1983. You're the first time I thought about leaving him. Woo! That was a country song. And I'm here to tell you that was good stuff. If you don't remember that song, go back and listen to it. She tempted him. What was it? Back in 1983, my next door neighbor Phil got a Silverado, and I remember him pulling it in the driveway with that '83 Silverado, and it was going beady beady. I thought, what the heck is? And it was Michael Jackson CD cassette.
Oh
that he got.
man, fifth solo #1.
And it went from there for Michael. We would lose Muddy
man.
Waters today. If you like the blues, you'll remember him. He was from Mississippi. We got all types of great blues players there. If you remember, The Dance was released today. Oh, Big Hat.
Yeah, Dance like that song.
She's in love with the boy, and if I never hear it again, it's going to be okay. I've heard that song so many times. Every contest that you think you can sing in, they're going to sing it. Right up there with Patsy's.
Oh, it's everybody else singing it. It's not something that you had to play every so often.
We did because it was tested as gold, and it was a recurrent, and then it went to power gold, and it just wouldn't go away.
So if you've got a number one on the chart, do you have to play it like once an hour versus another one, or how did that work?
It depends on how the song tested and how this does it. Big money was paid, and that's your power goals on this. They'd take 400 people and go sit them in an auditorium, and you'd have a machine in front of you, and they'd play a few seconds of the song, depending upon if you recognized it and touched it, is how it was played on country radio, and it would cost big money to have all that stuff tested there. But your number one song was played, if it's in the top 10, once an hour, and then when it comes off, it's played a couple, 3 hours, and then it just goes down, and then you have goals of really, really medium, and then power, and then you'd get to your D's, and that filled up your hour.
It wasn't easy when you first started having to rewind 8 tracks. So.
No, it was cassette. It was actually the 45 record. All your commercials were on reel to reel, and you had to be fast.
Oh, you had to go between the two.
And then Ken Rainey got 8 tracks, and we had them stacked up and never drop them. It became a problem. But how technology has just changed through the years of how things are done.
Because you had like an advertiser had its own little track.
Yeah.
And then you had to put it in.
Yeah, it was an 8-track. And then as technology, it had this thing that looked like an 8-track machine in front of you that you'd push a button to play a commercial. Well, then it got fancy to where if you hit the button here and you had 3 of those, it would play them all in sequence.
Really?
And so long as you kept going. Used to, you had to do that. And then out of that come the DAT machine. It was a recorder on it was like a mini cassette, and you could twist it and make it go faster to record phone calls. That was it. And I remember the day coming in when they plopped a computer down that had commercials in it.
How often would your tape get eaten? You know how just like wind it up and
6 weeks you tear one up.
Really?
But that reel to reel thing, when you first got into that, where you had to rewind it, if you hit it too fast and didn't stop it, there went the tape. No commercials this hour.
We're going to have a special. We're going to play right through.
And now no one has to be there.
No.
You can
program
just and that's why nobody listens.
Did you keep some pencils around to like wind the tape back up too, just like after and over?
And then when we went to CDs from the 45s, you had to buy special cases to put the CDs in that covered them to slide into it that looked like a 8-track player. Because if you touched the CD with your fingerprint, it skipped. So you had to have something to protect it because you were touching it so much in the studios.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they've done away with all that.
Yeah, Spotify's a little too easy right now.
It is, isn't it?
People don't know the struggle that it was to listen to music.
It was
recording.
If you didn't hear your song in the 1 hour, you had to wait.
Yep. Yeah. Because that request hour, they wasn't going to play it for you.
You had record and paused on your tape deck. And as soon as you'd hit record or pause and it'd start playing, it's like, dang, that's not the song. So you had to rewind it and get reset. Oh, yeah, it was tough growing up.
It was. Do y'all realize it has been 4 years since Naomi took her life?
Wow.
4 years. It has flown, y'all. I did not realize it had been that long. We'll be right back.
Yeah, our system went out at the worst possible time, so we called environment masters, and the technician came out pretty quickly, did a lot of troubleshooting. He explained to me what the issue was, and it turned out it was an easy fix, and had us up pretty quickly.
Our technicians don't just pass a test and then go to work. We have continuous on-site training both on equipment and customer care. Our senior technicians each have decades of experience and are always available. There's literally nothing that our team hasn't seen, so you can trust we know what we're doing. That's hassle-free plumbing and AC.
Spring is here, grass is growing, and your mower? Yeah, it's still not ready. Don't fight it another season. Head to Paris Tractor for our Kubota Zero-Turn spring deals. Right now, you can get into a new Kubota Zero-Turn Z232 KW42 mower for just $5,299 or as low as $125 a month. more than a tractor store.
Welcome back. Oh, that was weird. I'd never had that happen. That was welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie as we move into this Thursday morning. A great day ahead of us. Again, light showers outside there. As we've been talking about what goes on in helping children this morning, we need a little bit more details of this of somebody that just came into the show that didn't hear our first spiel about what you do.
Sure.
This is Matt, by the way.
Yeah, we're at Pine Lake Fellowship Camp. We're a Christian summer camp and retreat center here in Lauderdale County, just outside of the city limits in the Nellyburg area. And we have summer programs for youth and kids. We have 3 weeks of day camp that parents can sign their kids up or grandparents can sign their kids up, and then about 5 sessions of overnight camps for kids. This is our 60th summer, and in order for people to register, they just need to go to pinelakecamp.com, or they can give us a phone call too at 601-483-2267, and we can get you hooked up with getting signed up for camp. Online registration, in-person paper registration, however you want to do it. We just want to get kids to camp and just have them have the ability to start a relationship with Christ or grow in that relationship and just be a kid. So trying new things. The other week we were at the 3-Foot Festival and we had all of our games and stuff set up, and there was an older gentleman who came by and he looked at our box hockey game and he said, I haven't played that since I was a kid. And the best part of my day was watching him and his wife play against each other. Like he said they used to do at the playgrounds around Oakland Heights and stuff like that. I said, so yeah, there's just things that happen. A lot of your audience, just think about being a kid and those role models in your life that made an impact, or the time you achieved something like those markers.
Let me ask this, and this is from the cuff, and you may not know the answer to it. Over the course of a year, roughly how many souls do y'all touch with these kids? How many kids come through in the course of a year that y'all have an influence on?
So our summer programs, we have over 300 kids come through between our overnight camps and day camps. We have about 25 summer staff. We have 60 to 70 volunteers just for the summer. And then when it's not summertime, we're open year-round, so a lot of churches and families will rent our facilities to run their own programs, youth retreats and things like that, and we also program some stuff throughout the year. But total number of what we call camper days, that's how many heads are on camp every day, is around 5,000.
That's you can do a private for a church. They said, hey, we want to rent this for a weekend retreat for the church. You can
correct, yeah. I mean, almost every weekend we have local churches or churches from many hours away that are coming to camp to get away from the hustle and bustle and to reconnect with God, creation, and each other too. So we got to unplug sometimes to reconnect with our Creator, and that's what camp can do. If you want to have lots of things to do and activities to do, camp's a great place for it. If you just need to sit and relax and pray, hey, we got benches all over camp for you to do that too. So we're a summer camp and retreat center.
Lots going on, and anything helps with this. Kids are appreciative of it and the influence of the life that you may be changing.
100%.
Hey, go past Walmart on 19, heading north.
I'm with you.
All right, we get down there. We just passed the Rock House.
Yeah.
We just passed Back Porch. We see Dollar General.
Yeah, I know where it is.
All right, we take a left at the old original Midway Mart. We're now on Old 8th Street Road.
All right.
All right, we go right on
Tanglewood up there somewhere, isn't it?
Tanglewood. We're going to go right past Tanglewood. We're going to turn into Tanglewood on the 4th road on our right, Woods Road. Once we turn, we're going to go about a mile.
Yeah.
And you'll see right before your
Is there a
hill.
snow cone place anywhere on there?
No, we ain't got
Okay,
that.
all right.
So right before you get there, there's another road that you pass.
McCraw.
McCraw Road. You pass McCraw Road. And then right before you make a little turn, start going up a hill, you'll see a driveway on the left with a sign. It says Pine Lake Camp.
Dirt Road, Pine Lake Fellowship Camp. It's Pine Lake Road. It comes up quite right on your GPS.
It's easy to get to, and it's right outside the city, but when you get there, you think you are in the country, and you are closer to God out there.
Amen.
Yeah, you're lost otherwise.
Yeah.
Well, you're lost without God. You're right.
So, hey, and the perk today is too, if you register today, today's the last day of our early bird registration deadline. So you can save some money and get your kids to camp if you sign up by 11:59 p.m. tonight.
Well, there you are.
Got till midnight.
Got till midnight.
Do so. We'll be right back. If you hadn't given us your birthday yet, please do so.
Yeah, or an
Easily
anniversary. We got one.
That's all we got. One anniversary.
We got one
Nobody else
anniversary.
wanted to get married today.
They're all by themselves.
We got all that up and coming in just a moment.
For over 40 years, you've been able to count on Watt Equipment in DeKalb, Mississippi. They've got your Massey Ferguson's brand new 23 up to 135 horse cab and air tractors. They've got all your hay equipment needs, all your bush hogs. If your tractor needs it, they got it. Also remember, they service all makes and models, whether it's green, orange, blue, red, or yellow. They can get your parts in, they can do your service on your equipment. Don't forget Watt Equipment, DeKalb, Mississippi.
If your car needs any kind of maintenance, see our friends at Eastgate Tire Service in Marion, Mississippi. They've been doing this for over 35 years. It started out with Matthew's dad, and they're still doing business today. That's tires, oil changes, brakes, shocks, AC work. If you need an alignment, they've got that as well. You'll find them there in Marion. Drop in today. See them at Eastgate Tire Service, 601-482-1432 on Dale Drive.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call...
Hey, did you hear about the barbecue grill that was rearranged down in Clark County?
No, there wasn't nothing on it.
I hope not, but if you'll notice there, it didn't fare damage. It didn't do well in this little incident here. This was in Quitman, and incidents do happen there. As a car left the roadway, ripped the front tire off. Woof. There you go. So
was the grill mounted in the ground?
It was out front there, and it just sort of took the front porch.
Oh, I see the rest.
It was on the front porch.
Yeah,
there. And away it went. Got to fix that porch there, don't we?
Yeah, boy.
So incidents do happen. We also had traffic back. This was, we covered Highway 11 there.
2 lanes.
I wanted to go back, Odie. We didn't show we talked about out in front of Wynot yesterday. Let me refresh this so we can show a picture of the Wynot accident that went on out in front of Ricky Bobby's at the racetrack. We got one this morning.
Oh, there's a nearing.
Yeah.
See, even Scotty Ray finds stuff on Scotty Ray.
I didn't know it. Road blocked. You just never know. And we got a car that's parked up in the bushes.
Oh, yeah. And these things, especially when it's dark, you can't see them.
So that's a boo-boo. And again, that's on Cuba Road is where that TK Culpeper Road, Cuba, Alabama is where that is. Y'all watch that in that area there. Let me get down here to the Coca-Cola. As we had that little...
There it was.
Here it is here. This was the debris that was out in front of Ricky Bobby's last night.
Man.
And then there was just no way to stop it.
No way to stop. There it goes. He's okay. We got the report that he is fine. So, man, that's tough. We hate it. Daniel, thank you for the picture.
Yeah, that did go on there. But here's a sad thing in Natchez, Mississippi. And just always keep this in mind. A dad was taking care of his kid. I think mom had gone to the store and he decided he was going to mow grass. He had his kid over there in the corner watching. He's mowing grass. Kid slips off, goes across the street to a house that nobody lives at and fell in a swimming pool.
Oh, man.
And sadly, there's not a good ending to this story. And I think the little tyke was 4-ish, somewhere around in there. Sad story out of Natchez, Mississippi this morning as we see that.
Yeah, devastation. Man, that's tough.
It is. As we look at some more stories, we had somebody in Columbus that 20 years old lost their life in North Mississippi on the job. That's always a scary thing.
Steel processor.
Yeah.
Man, 20 years young.
Steel heavy. We've had them happen here. Steel, there's no forgiveness with that stuff. If it falls on you, it's just going to hurt there.
Yeah. Man.
I
hate that.
So, Miss Felton, I believe you're asking about the kid last night in the wreck. Fine. Out in Wynot. I think that's what you're asking about. So we had a little bit of that, a little bit of this go on yesterday. Birthdays, anniversaries. What
we got Joey Vincent's got a birthday. Scott Grayson. Dwayne and Bonnie Bound celebrating their 13th anniversary.
Wow.
Hank Addy turns 11, and Jordan Gully turns 23 years young today. So
Those
happy birthday and anniversary to everyone.
Those fly by us, don't they? We're already at 8 o'clock today. We want you to be extremely careful. And remember, we still got a little bit of rain in the area, and it's going to be more coming into tomorrow. Heavy rain tomorrow. Be careful, drive slower, leave early no matter where you go until we get out of all this, because the ground is saturated. Any bit of wind will cause trees to fall. And especially after dark, early morning hours coming to home, just like over in Cuba, we'll have an incident like that. So be careful.
Yep. Hey, right now, no full moon on 5th tomorrow night.
Correct.
That's gone for the weather. But Saturday, Collinsville Day is still on. That's still going to happen. And we're going to be out there 8 to 2. Is that what it is, I believe? Collinsville Fire Department, go north or south on Highway 19. Take a left if you're going north. Take a right if you're coming south at the four-way stop. You can't miss it. Car show is going to be right down the road at the church.
Yep, always.
All kind of stuff going on. That evening, Saturday afternoon, starting at 4 o'clock?
It's before that.
Before that. Starting early. We'll find the time. We've got Bud and Burger.
Boiling.
Bird.
You got some birds going on.
Bugs and boiling. Yeah. Going on at...
I believe that's going to start around noon.
Around noon, I believe you're right on that. Singing Brakeman Park on Front Street. Going to be a big day, fun day, all kind of stuff going on. Don't know if he's cooking, but RW is supposed to be there so you can meet the one and only Casanova that we talk about all the time. He'll be there.
He'll be giving out his telephone number to special women.
Yep. Anybody, if you can cook casserole, he said that he's running low. So if you've got casserole that you can bring, he's going to have an ice chest. So if it comes in froze or cold, he can be able to put it up. But meet the casserole Casanova, the one and only RW himself. Only at the Buds and Boiling.
Yes, sir, Bob.
Yeah, going to definitely be there. So a lot of stuff going on. Starts at 12. Angie's making sure that we got that correct. So Saturday at 12 got that. Kate McCarty's got a birthday today. So go by Buds and Boiling. All your friends are going to be there. So you might as well go.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. As we do this, have you got us a...
Well, it's sitting right here. Acts 10:43. All the prophets testify about him, that everyone who believes in him receives forgiveness of sins through his name. We said this the other day, when you ask him to forgive you, he will. And he's going to come into your heart. But one thing he tells us to do, if he's going to forgive you, you've got to forgive yourself. Don't continue to think about your past, because he wiped it clean. He is starting fresh. You are born again in the name of Jesus Christ, and you will have a spot in the kingdom of heaven. But you've got to go through Jesus to get there. Have a wonderful day. We love you. Friday's coming. Be here tomorrow. Until then, be safe and be careful.